Hello everyone, welcome back to the shopstead. Today's video is just going to be a little update video. I wanted to show you guys what all I've been doing here at the property, at the shopstead. As you can see, the camper is gone. That's been dismantled. It's out of here. It's not coming back, luckily. I've gone through, I did this just today. I graded all of this using Adam's 860 tractor. He's let me borrow this guy for a few weeks, and I'm very grateful for that. Well, I guess his son has. It's his son's tractor. He let me borrow it for a bit. It's been extremely handy. As you can also see, not only is the camper gone and this whole area is graded, I've got a lot more fencing. The original fenced in area, that was 50 feet by 100 feet. And this new area is approximately 100 feet wide. Well, it's 100 feet wide because that's as wide as the property. It's approximately 300 feet long. I used Adam's tractor not only to grade and to do some other things. Moved all of this stuff from over by the concrete pad, the axles and pallets and heavy things that I couldn't move myself. This one I probably could have moved myself easily, but it's all in a box. It's easier to just move the whole box. Moved my gate that was over here and moved that over here, and used barbed wire. Luckily, Trucker here is big enough that she doesn't go through the barbed wire. Now I've still got some work to do over here. There used to be a little hill there. I tried to use the back blade to smooth it out, but whether or not I made it worse or not is debatable. And over here, I've cleared this out quite a bit as well. I used the other tractor pulling these gates I have. These are bedsides off of a truck. And if you hook a chain to them and drag them with the tractor, they work great for smoothing things out. I smoothed out a good chunk of this. There used to be, let's see here, what all was out here? I know there was a chunk of the vertical lathe out here. That was 15,000 pounds of cast iron, and I was gonna scrap it. That was the plan, but I didn't have any way to lift it. Now I've been working on a deal to get a 15,000 or 16,000 pound forklift, capacity forklift, for a while now, but I don't think that deal's gonna work or go through. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it does, but it's been a while. But that big section of cast iron sat right here, and I just put it up on Marketplace for free rather than waiting until I could load it and scrap it. There's what's left of the camper. I was also using that as a drag to help smooth things out, but the gates work a bit better. I've also got a local company, a landscaping company that redoes yards. They're dumping some dirt out here, which is really handy because if I want to fill in any holes out here, I have to take dirt from elsewhere, and so it gets kind of annoying to always have to take dirt from other places. I would like to have dirt just piled up, which I do now, to do things with. Like, I want to build a, at some point I want to build some kind of a root cellar, which would be kind of nice to have a root cellar that doubles as a cool space for the dog. Although this summer is shaping up to be much better for me financially than the last summer, so if I get the mini split installed, I should be able to run a generator during the hotter parts of the day. cool everything down. Picked up my church gave me this deep freezer as well. It does not work. I'm going to use it as a pantry, mouse-proof pantry. Way to store food without worrying about mice getting into it. And another big thing is I've got this big spray tank and nozzles, and there is a 3-point sprayer over there with a broken tank on it. So I will be able to spray this year. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. That's going to help out a lot. My plan as far as weed control this year is kind of multifold. I don't want to kill all of the weeds because the root systems of, the grass and all that helps keep the dirt, in place. But I want to spray all of these here, and I'm going to basically have a 1-foot kind of perimeter all around the fence. I'll spray all of that, and anywhere that the big mower, that mower can't get to, I'll spray all of it. Everything else I'll mow. Much of out there, I'll probably end up spraying a lot of that out there, and then all of this here, not the field of course, but on my side, all of that stuff will get sprayed. But things are looking a lot better out here. I have a lot more open space. Getting rid of that and moving some things over helped out a lot. Some of these beams, I think I have plans for all of them. Originally, I wanted to build a bridge crane over my concrete pad here, but I think I'm going to build just a normal gantry crane. I don't even know if I'm going to make it mobile. I might just have a stationary gantry crane that's about 18 feet wide for unloading trucks mostly, and doing little things. If I have that welding table, or the drill table technically, but it's used as a welding table, if that's underneath the crane, then pretty much anything that I'm going to use the crane for is taken care of. I can lift things off of the trucks, set them down, and then heavy things I can lift up onto the table, big things that I'm going to weld. So another big thing, of course, you've probably seen shorts if you follow my channel at all, is this Case Model D tractor. I got this in exchange. I traded the Detroit diesel, the 30 kilowatt Detroit generator, for this tractor. I also added a couple $100 on my end, and so far I'm pretty happy with her. It is a 50s, early 50s, late 40s model. Hand clutch, 4-speed. She's got a little bit of play in her, a little bit of wear, but overall it does a pretty good job. It starts right up. This engine in here is just massive. It's difficult to really comprehend it unless you see it in person, but from there to there, that's more than 2 feet, and it's an inline 4. It's a massive 4-cylinder, 244 cubic inches if I remember right. She red lines at 1200 RPM, and it produces about 35 horsepower. Now this set of loader arms, which fits this thing just perfectly, like it was made for it. I got these for scrap price along with the cylinders. I bought a couple of valves. I have to go get those tomorrow. A couple hydraulic valves for it. I've got several hydraulic pumps, so I'm going to remove the front hand crank because it's got a hand crank on it as well as the electric starter, but with a loader on it, I can't even use the hand crank if I wanted, not safely anyways. So the hand crank's going to get removed. It's got a nice big machine surface on the front for mounting a hydraulic pump, so I'll mount a hydraulic pump to the front of it with a chain coupler to help take up some misalignment. Got a big old flat belt pulley on it. That's going to come off as well because the way my loader arms are going to mount, that pulley is going to interfere with it. This thing is just, it's beefy. It's heavy at 4,600 pounds. With me on it, it's basically 5,000 pounds. With me, the loader arms, I'm trying to figure out a way to, I want to add a 3-point to the back of it. That's the biggest drawback of this tractor, is there's no 3-point. But I'll be able to figure that out at some point. It has hydraulics, so I've got one single hydraulic remote. It's a low pressure system. I wouldn't use it for the loader, but for just running this piston here to lift and lower some 3-point arms, I don't think it'll be too bad. So I've got some more keyed shafts from Pasco Machine here. I really need to I need to build the key machine. I've been really thinking about it, and I learned, one of my customers buys keyed shaft from a gentleman, and that gentleman is in his 80s. He's retiring, and he's kind of finally decided he's done. So they were kind of in a panic. They asked me, hey, can you do this? And I said, yes, I can do it. I'll match his price, you know, don't worry about it. But if I'm going to do it and make money on it, I've got to build a key machine to machine 20-foot long keyways continuously. So I think that machine is going to go in here. I'm going to move all this stuff, and then the machine itself, where the keying happens will be here. Bars will get fed in. I need a 40-foot long space for the key machine. And I've kind of been figuring out what I need to do to build it. It's a very simple concept. Just hold the bars in the same position. They can't twist, and you have to move them at a steady rate. In practice, that's kind of difficult to do. That's it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. Luckily, one of the biggest issues is getting enough force on the bar to hold it and keep the rollers from slipping. I was going to use rubber rollers to drive it, but as soon as you get any oil on the shaft, the rubber rollers are just useless. And you can't get enough force on them to, well, you theoretically can, but you end up destroying the rubber roller in the process, to hold the shaft and keep it from slipping. So this is my solution. I'm going to use 6 3-inch hydraulic cylinders. I'm going to probably feed them with air, which should produce a lot of downforce on steel rollers. And I think steel rollers with these here applying a lot of downforce, I think that's going to be the ticket to solving a lot of different problems. But that's not going to be, I'm going to have to get these done first. That's going to be a longer term project. Hopefully I get that done by the end of the year. In the shop here, I'm working on the arms that will mount the, in the shop here, I'm working on the mounts that will mount the loader arms to the tractor. These, ironically enough, these were going to be pieces of a key machine that I had started, but I decided the design of this was too complicated and it wasn't very intelligently thought out. I've had years to think about how I want to build that machine, and I decided this wasn't it. So they're going to be part of the loader mounting system. These here, this is the front of the tractor. These plates here are going to basically shove the mounting pins as far back as I reasonably can to get that loader to suck in next to the tractor really good. and then mount up. It's going to mount at the center in the middle of the tractor, and then there are mounts in the front of the tractor, so I'll have bars that go forwards to mount it to the front of the tractor. You guys will see when that's all done. That's also going to be a huge part of doing keyed shaft, because some of my customers will order 2-inch diameter keyed shaft, and lifting a 2-inch diameter bar by yourself is not a fun time. You got to do it one end at a time. I don't remember if I can lift the whole 2-inch bar by myself, but I'm not doing that. I don't want to destroy my back. I got a tractor, I'm putting a loader on it. It's going to have forks. It's going to move around all the keyed shaft for me. It'll make loading and unloading easier. It'll make loading the machine easier. It'll just make everything a little bit easier. So here's the crossbar for that. This here mounted to the tractor. This was for the original swinging drawbar, but I don't need the swinging drawbar anymore. That, and I'm working on a mower hitch. Well, that's been a boring little overview of what all's been happening here on the shopstead. A couple of acquisitions, some things have left, some things have come here. Overall, things are going pretty good. So hopefully that trend continues later on in the year. With all that being said, please like and subscribe if you would like to see more, and have a fantastic day.